Tariq Aziz and attacks against Christian communities.
Iraq executed more than 120. Iran carried out as many as 388 capital punishment. The countries which use death penalty say that people are executed in the name of justice. Death penalty has nothing to do with justice. We appeal to the government of Iraq to abolish the use of death penalty. Thanks.
Voorzitter.
President, dark clouds of Muslim Islamic extremism are darkening the whole of the world and the Middle East. In Iraq, there's a great deal of violence which has been used to drive out a religious community, which has been there, in fact, for longer than the extremists themselves. We need to give strong European support to moderate groups in Iraq. It's very necessary.
Thank you, President. The condemnation of Tariq Aziz and the persecution of Christians are subjects that should have been kept separate. But maybe it is a good thing that we discuss them together, because what we're trying to say with this resolution is that we want justice in Iraq and justice for Iraq. We want justice in Iraq because these Christians are certainly innocent, those who've been taken hostage by the fundamentalist projects of many groups who are clamouring for power. And we want justice for Iraq because they do not deserve this process that is underway. They do not deserve to see as a symbol the killing of a man who does not deserve to be put to death.
My dear colleagues, I would echo your condemnations of the death penalty, including that handed down against Tariq Aziz, and I would criticise also the attacks on Christians and the way they affect women and children. I believe we should be equally strong in our condemnation of the thousands of illegal detainees subject to torture. We should condemn the retribution dished out by Iraqi forces. And today is the International Day Against Violence Against Women, and I think that we should criticise the violence perpetrated against women as part of this conflict. We should criticise the way in which the United States pulled out of one particular camp without concerning themselves for the fate of those left behind.
The Council, adopting conclusions put forward by High Representative Vice President Ashton, also stressed that the new government in Iraq will need to dedicate itself to the pursuit of national reconciliation. In its dialogue with Iraq, the European Union frequently voices its human rights concerns, including not only the freedom of religion or belief, but also on the death penalty. 10 days ago, the EU made an urgent and direct call on the authorities in reaction to the decision of the Iraqi High Tribunal to sentence to death 5 representatives of the former regime, including Tariq Aziz. Human rights has a prominent place in the partnership and cooperation agreement, which we hope to sign with Iraq soon.
And now, indeed, we come to the votes. And the first is the votes on the joint motion on Iraq. And now the joint motion for resolution by roll call vote. The vote is now open. You all voted. The vote is now closed, and that is adopted.